more and more inmates would come to me and offer to pay me to write letters on their behalf. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man, like a lot of times it was like sexually explicit letters, you know, like sexually explicit letters, like no lie, man. Or not all of them weren't sexually explicit. A lot of them were, and some of them would just be like, you know, deeply heartfelt and romantic. Like I would ask an individual, like, okay, who is this person to you? You know, wife, girlfriend, how do you feel about them? And I would allow that individual, to the best of their ability, to express to me how they felt. And then I would convert that into like a love story, okay, into a love story. And I would craft it in such a way to where the idea was to touch the emotions of the recipient on the outside, touch the emotions of them in such a way to where they would feel compelled to write back, right? They would feel compelled to respond. And so a lot of times I would write like short stories, maybe like 4 or 5 pages, 2 or 3 pages, to where it'd be, you know, like a sexually explicit scene of the individual that's locked up with me, the inmate getting out of jail, and what they would like to do to their wife or their girlfriend, and, you know, describe that, you know, where they take them out to, what they do when they get them home, and, you know, all of the illicit details of what they want to do to them when they get home. And I'm not gonna lie, man, it was always kind of weird, because I was writing to somebody else's girlfriend or wife, and, you know, and I can go in. I can go in on that type of talk, like the romantic talk, the sexually explicit talk. I can go in. I'm good at it. And so I would always feel kind of weird, you know, like I'm writing this stuff, and I know I'm writing it to this man's wife or this man's girlfriend. In the back of my head, I'll be like, damn, bro. Like I used to tell him, like, damn, bro, I don't want to go too far and say too much, because man, I don't want an individual to get mad at me and be like, bro, hey, you taking it too far with my woman. You know? But they would always be like, nah, go in, man, make it good. And what was really weird is, you know, so I would go in, and I would send them, we would send the mail out, and then when the women would write back, and explain how the letter made them feel, like the inmate that I voted for, they'll be like, oh, TC, Tech City. Like a lot of times they don't call you your name, they call you where you're from. So they'll be like, oh, TC, Tech City, TC, Tech City. She wrote me back, man. She wrote me back, dog. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. And they'll be like, hey, read this so you can write a response. And I used to always tell them, like, fam, I don't feel 100% comfortable reading what she has intimately wrote you in response. They're like, man, I don't give a damn about that, bro. Like, you the one that wrote in the first place. You got to see what she said so you can craft the response accordingly. And so, reluctantly, I would read the letters. You know what I'm saying? So I would read the letters, and I would see how the women would respond. You know, and then I would craft another letter, writing to them. And for a while, it was like several inmates that I was doing this for. Like I was writing back and forth with either their wives or their girlfriends on their behalf, touching on subjects that they wanted me to touch on, saying things that they didn't have the words to say, explaining things that they couldn't explain. And I really started to see then that I had a gift, or I had a talent, and that my ability to put things into words and put those words down on paper, it wasn't natural, and it wasn't normal. It was a literal gift, an actual talent, something that I could use, right? It was even, sometimes it was even inmates in there that were trying to win over prison guards, female prison guards, and they paid me to write letters to these prison guards on their behalf.